Hello guys. Thanks for showing interest in the video tutorials on www.logicvoltage.com. This is the first tutorial on the video tutorial series on interfacing LCD with STM32F4Discovery board. In this series you will understand how we can interface a LCD and display on it using STM32F4Discovery board. You can check out the website www.logicvoltage.com. In the website there are many other STM32F4Discovery video tutorials. You can watch them and learn. You can even check out the video store at the website. It has some good tutorial series there with very less price. Lot of peoples are buying it. You can also buy them and learn some very awesome things about embedded programming. You can even get in touch with us also. Just go to Contact Us page and fill up the form, and we will reply. You can even check out the forum also. For any tutorial related query or any technical questions, just create a new topic in an appropriate forum and write your questions and doubts. And we will reply you there so that other people can also see the comments and what discussion is going on. Thanks. Now, as I was saying, that in this series we will learn how to display something on LCD. Now let me show you the LCD module first. This is the LCD module that we will be using in this video tutorial series. This is 3.2-inch screen. This is touchscreen LCD module. That means you can use this module for not only displaying anything, but also use as an input for the microcontroller by using touch. Now in this series we will be using this LCD for only displaying, and we will not do anything related to touch interface. Now let me show you what we will finally achieve in this complete tutorial series. How our actual product will look. Okay, so this is the final product that we will build in this tutorial series. This is exactly what we will build in the end. Okay, you can see here our Discovery board and LCD module. Both are connected with lot of connecting wires. And you can see that it's also displaying something. You can see that it's displaying at the top www.logicvoltage.com, and then below STM32F4Discovery LCD tutorial, and then it's displaying. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And it's not only displaying, it's also blinking them. And also it's showing how the colors are displaying with the characters. So this is the final project that we will learn and build in this whole tutorial series. Now before going forward, one more thing you should know, that this is a bit advanced tutorial. You may not understand few things in this tutorial series if you haven't gone through with our previous STM32F4Discovery tutorials first. I would recommend you to first check out our other STM32F4Discovery tutorials on our YouTube channel, and then come back here and learn. Okay, so at this point I am assuming that you already have some basic background knowledge about embedded programming. Okay, so let's first discuss about this LCD module. This is 3.2-inch screen LCD, as I already said. This is HY32D model. As I already said that this is a touchscreen LCD. But in this series we are only using this LCD for displaying characters, and we will not use the touch functionality. Its resolution is 320 by 240 pixels. That means it has total 320 pixels in length and 240 pixels in width. So total pixels would be 76,800. And it supports 65,536 colors. In the side it has total 34 pins on both sides each. And we can use any side of pins. Basically we will not be using all the 34 pins for connecting to Discovery board. We will use 25 pins out of 34 pins. This is all about the physical details. Now let's talk about the technical details. In this LCD module we have a STM32F4Discovery LCD controller. And to work with this LCD we need its datasheet also. You can go to Downloads section of www.logicvoltage.com and download its datasheet. I already have the datasheet. Let me show you that. This is the datasheet of the STM32F4Discovery LCD controller. This datasheet we will be using in this tutorial series. Okay, so this is all about the LCD module. Now next is how we will interface this LCD module with STM32F4Discovery board. For this we will be using FSMC peripheral on the STM32F4Discovery board. FSMC means Flexible Static Memory Controller. We will connect the FSMC peripheral from the Discovery board to LCD module. FSMC is basically a means of interfacing external memories with the microcontroller. With FSMC we can use external memories for storing data. Till now we are only using the internal memory of the microcontroller. But with the help of FSMC, we can even add extra memory chips to the microcontroller and use them for storing any kind of data. So this same principle we will use here. Except we are using the LCD. In this LCD we actually have a static RAM. That means a memory for storing data. Now this LCD module is actually working on that data. So whatever the data we write in this memory inside this LCD module, our LCD module will behave according to the data. That means we can write data like a complete sentence and LCD will display that data on the screen. Now next is how we will actually connect the LCD to FSMC peripheral on the Discovery board. For this we will use the 16-bit interface. That means we will connect 16 data line wires coming from the Discovery board to LCD module. And there will be some other wires also. Now let me show you what are the pin connections we will be using. Now you can see here a table showing pin connections. In this table you can see which pins should be connected from the Discovery board to LCD. You can see here 3 columns. First column is FSMC. Second column is microcontroller pin. And third column is LCD pin. Now in the first column, we have written all the FSMC peripheral functions. Then in the second column, we have written all the actual microcontroller pins mapped to that FSMC function. And then in the third column, we have written the LCD pin to which it should be connected. Like you can see FSMC column, we have written FSMC D0, FSMC D1, FSMC D2, FSMC D3 and similarly going on. So as I said earlier that we will be using 16 data lines for connecting LCD. So same you can see here we have FSMC D0 to FSMC D15. And then we have 4 more FSMC pins, FSMC No, FSMC NWE, FSMC NE1, NS2 and FSMC CLE, A16. These functions also needs to be connected and used in communicating with LCD module. So we also need to connect their corresponding microcontroller pin to LCD pin. Now you must be wondering that how I prepared this chart, where we can find all this information. All this information is there in the datasheet. For this we need to open the STM32F407VG microcontroller datasheet. Let's open that. Now here you can see that I have the microcontroller datasheet. In this sheet we will actually find all the information. Let's go to page number 45. Here you can see a table is present. In this table all pin names are there, along with they are mapped with which alternate functions. Here you can see a column, pin name, and then a column, alternate functions. So from here I have prepared the table. Like for example, here you can see PE2, and it's connected to few alternate functions. One of these is FSMC 823. So similarly if you go down, we have PE3 pin, and it's connected to FSMC A19. And similarly if you continue get downwards, then you will get all the microcontroller pins and their corresponding alternate functions. Now one thing to note here, that in this table you will find a lot of FSMC functions which we haven't mentioned in our table. Like for example here PE2 microcontroller pin is connected to FSMC 823. But we haven't shown that pin in our table. Let's see our table again. As you can see that you will not find the PE2 pin and its corresponding FSMC 823 function. That's because we will not use that FSMC function. So whatever the function we will use for connecting LCD, only those we have written here. Okay, so now you understood how we are mapping the FSMC name with their corresponding microcontroller pin. Now next thing is the LCD pin. In LCD also we have these pin names. Actually, as I already told you that we have total 34 pins on the LCD, but we will be using only 25 pins for connecting it to Discovery board. So here in this table you can see 21 pins of LCD. The other 4 pins are 3-volt pins and ground pins. We have 2 3-volt pins on LCD and 2 ground pins on LCD. So we will connect 2 3-volt pins from Discovery board to LCD 3-volt pins, and we will connect 2 ground pins from Discovery board to LCD ground pins. Hence we will give power to the LCD with our Discovery board. So now we know which pins should be connected from the microcontroller to which pins on the LCD. So we can start connecting the wires and build the circuit. I am going to show you the Discovery board and LCD now. And then I will start connecting the wires using this table. So we will actually connect a wire from column 2 to column 3. So you can pause the video here and note down this table, and when you start connecting the wires, you can refer this table. Okay, so let's move on to Discovery board and build the circuit. Okay, so here we have the Discovery board and LCD. I will now start connecting the wires one by one. Let's first connect the PD14 pin from Discovery board to LCD D0 pin. Okay, now let's connect the PD15 pin from Discovery board to LCD D1 pin. And similarly I will connect all the wires one by one, as lot of wires needs to be connected and it's going to take some time. So I will pause the video here, and resume it when all the wires are connected. Okay, so now I have connected all the wires. I have connected all the 21 pins that I have shown you on the table. And I have connected the 3-volt pins and ground pins also. Hence total 25 wires going from Discovery board to LCD module. Okay, so our circuit is built. We have properly connected the LCD to the Discovery board. Now we can start writing the code for this from the next tutorial. Okay, so in this tutorial we have understood what we are trying to achieve in this tutorial series. We saw the LCD module and its features. We introduce a new term called FSMC. We saw what are the pin configurations of FSMC. And finally we have built the circuit. From next tutorial we will start writing the code. Once again, this is from www.logicvoltage.com and thanks for watching. Bye.